What's inside Saturn? Saturn's colored rings aren't just a beautiful adornment. They can help us understand what's happening deep inside the planet. As it turns out, its insides are pretty unique. They're sloshing around. Its core is more like a fluid than a solid. It makes up more of the planet's interior than ever thought. What's even more strange is that Saturn's rippling rings point to massive, soupy core hidden inside. Not only does the planet's core seem sludgy, it also appears to extend across 60% of the planet's diameter. The core of Saturn appears to consist of a soup of rocks, ice and metallic fluids that slosh around and affect the planet's gravity. It's quite a surprising find. What else is mysterious about this planet? What's so unique about it? What's so special? Watch this video to find out what the planet with the colored rings holds inside that's so rare. I'm Michael Tafor, and this is my YouTube channel Coach Academy.
With its massive rings stretching out 175,000 miles in diameter, Saturn is a one-of-a-kind planet in the solar system. Turns out its insides are pretty unique as well. A new study published in Nature Astronomy on Monday suggests the sixth planet from the Sun has a fuzzy core that jiggles around. It's quite a surprising find. The conventional picture for Saturn or Jupiter's interior structure is that of a compact core of rocky or icy material, surrounded by a lower density envelope of hydrogen and helium. However, a glimpse inside its core shows a blurred-out version of that conventional structure. Instead of seeing a tidy boundary dividing the heavier rocks and ice from the lighter elements, scientists found that the core is oscillating so that there is no single, clear separation. This diffuse core extends out to about 60% of Saturn's radius, a huge leap from the 10 to 20% of a planet's radius that a traditional core would occupy. What's inside is pretty amazing. Saturn essentially rings like a bell at all times. As the core wobbles, it creates gravitational perturbations that affect the surrounding rings, creating subtle waves. When scientists studied these waves, the result is a fuzzy interior. In fact, their study is the only direct evidence for a diffuse core structure in a fluid planet to date. The reason the scientists think the structure works is that the rocks and ice near Saturn's center are soluble in hydrogen, allowing the core to behave like a fluid rather than a solid. Their model suggests that Saturn's diffuse core contains rocks and ice adding up to more than 17 times the mass of the entire Earth, so that's a lot of material wobbling around. Hence, Saturn's rings aren't just a beautiful adornment. Scientists used them to understand what's happening deep inside the planet. As it turns out, instead of a solid sphere like Earth's, the core of Saturn appears to consist of a soup of rocks, ice and metallic fluids that slosh around and affect the planet's gravity. Scientists are pretty surprised.
Be your own best version. Get yourself a life coach. Email me at michael@coachacademy.com.
Not only does the planet's core seem sludgy, but it also appears to extend across 60% of the planet's diameter, making it much larger than previously estimated. Also, Saturn's core appears to be about 55 times as massive as the entire planet Earth. Of the total mass of the core, 17 Earth masses are made of ice and rock, with the rest consisting of hydrogen and helium-based fluid. What this means is that Saturn is always quaking, but it's subtle. The planet's surface moves about a meter or 3 feet every 1 to 2 hours, like a slowly rippling lake. Like a seismograph, the rings pick up the gravity disturbances, and the ring particles start to wiggle around. According to scientists, the nature of those ring ripples suggests that the core, despite its sloshing, is composed of stable layers of various densities. Heavier materials sit around the center of the planet and don't mix with the lighter materials closer to the surface. In order for the planet's gravitational field to be oscillating with these particular frequencies, the interior must be stable, and that's only possible if the fraction of ice and rock gradually increases as you go in toward the planet's center. If scientists were to compare the material in the core to sludge, they'd find that the layered but liquid nature of the core is akin to the salinity of Earth's oceans, which increases with depth. In other words, the hydrogen and helium gas in the planet gradually mix with more and more ice and rock as you move toward the planet's center. What's more interesting is that recent findings by NASA's Juno mission suggest that another of the solar system's gas giants, Jupiter, might also have a similarly fuzzy core. It remains to be seen what the other ring features generated by Saturn might tell us about that planet. Thank you for watching. I've left you some more materials in the description below. Please read them carefully. Meanwhile, stay safe and bye for now.